Hey y'all. Y'all are outside with me this evening. It's the weekend and John and I are just going to sit out back tonight and maybe grill a couple of steaks. And I love to make fried rice with it, sort of like you're at a hibachi grill or something. This is just my version of fried rice. And fried rice honestly isn't a fancy restaurant dish. It's actually a dish that was made at home out of parents that you had some leftover rice or you got a few leftover vegetables in your refrigerator that's not enough to serve another time, and maybe one piece of protein like one pork chop or one piece of barbecue pork or a little piece of steak left, and you can make another big meal. You can fill your wok and feed your family again. So I love it because it's really more of a home style type meal, and it's very comforting to me. I grew up, my parents would cook it. My mama taught me how to cook it. I've added things to it. She made it with rice and soy sauce and green onions and eggs, and that was it. And you, of course, fried it in some oil. But I've added some things to it through the years, more like when you go out to a restaurant or something. I don't have any leftover vegetables, so I'm going to put some carrots and peas in there. I bought these frozen. I wouldn't use canned because they're a little too mushy, so I like to use the frozen. And I put garlic and ginger in there. You can also find ginger in the stores that is already minced as well, and I love that. Although I do get ginger and I mince it and I keep it for a while, and I'll try to link that video in the refrigerator in oil, and it lasts a long time like that. I'm going to put a few eggs and soy sauce, of course. I love to use some sesame oil. I use Toasted Sesame Oil. I also store this in my refrigerator. It keeps a lot longer. And I don't bother with salt because we're using that soy. It's plenty salty. And I do put a little bit of pepper. And then, of course, our rice. And this is the part I want to talk a little bit about. This needs to be left over. I'm about to spill everything, guys. That was a pretty good save, wasn't it? Let's go there. Okay. This is leftover, okay? It's cold out of the refrigerator. Can you see it like that? It makes it dry just a little bit and separate and kind of stay to itself. It won't be too sticky or too mushy. If you don't have some leftover rice, this is jasmine rice, but I've done it with instant rice. I've done it with long grain rice. So any kind of rice that you have left over, use it, okay? But it does need to be cold or it's not going to do quite right in there. It's going to have too much moisture in it. And so if you need to make this from fresh, because you want to go out and make it right now, just make you some rice like you normally do, however, and then spread it out on a cookie sheet or a half sheet pan, cover it maybe with some plastic wrap, and stick it in your freezer for a little while and let it freeze a bit and get really cold, and it'll dry it out just enough. But a lot of times we have this left over. So John and I had some beef tips in gravy over rice earlier this week, and I thought, hey, this is going to be perfect for fried rice because I knew I was going to pick up a couple of steaks. And we're cheating. We're not just using a little leftover protein. We're going to cook steaks to go along with it. So I'm just going to put eggs for our protein in this. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get y'all moved down here, and we'll get started on this because it's a quick dish. Before I turn the camera off, the only other things I didn't show y'all is I chopped a very small Vidalia onion. That's about a half a cup of chopped onion. You can do yellow onion, white onion, and I do have some green onion. Y'all know that onion that we chopped together earlier this week when we made salsa? Jax is barking at John. Anyway, remember I chopped up extra and I put it in the refrigerator, so now my work is done and I can just have fun putting it together. So I just love that. And we're not wasting it, are we? All right, let me get y'all back down here on this wok because I've got my fire on right there. Turn it up a bit. Get it going pretty good under there. And y'all, this is a wok. I've had it forever, so I don't know where to tell you or what. Y'all see I've cooked on it a lot on the fire. I've about burned that handle off. But that's what a wok's for, right? And I do have it seasoned really well. Cooking in it and oiling it back down. And they tell me, I have seen this on many of show that if you let your wok get really hot before you add your oil, that it will cause a almost like a non-stick coating on there. So hot wok with cool oil, and I'm using peanut oil. You can use corn oil, safflower oil, you can use vegetable oil, whatever kind of oil you want to use. Okay, this just happens to be what I'm using today. That's feeling nice and hot, and I do have some chopsticks, and we're going to scramble our little eggs right here. Get ready to put them in this hot pan, just like that. And you don't necessarily want to scramble them big time. Some like it to have a little white and a little yellow, but John's kind of picky. He likes all that yellow mixed in, so I'm really scrambling mine. Okay, y'all, I'm just going to add just a couple of teaspoons like that, a couple of whirls around there, just like that. I didn't try to do the sides to make it non-stick, did I? Okay, maybe 3 teaspoons. Okay, y'all, and in we go. Oh, that is the sound we like. Yes, it is. I'm going to wash this out real quick right down here so we can put our eggs back in it. Quick, fast. Y'all watch my eggs for me. Okay, got it cleaned again. We can put our eggs back in there. Okay, and I just have this wooden spoon. I don't have a wok spoon. I need to get me one, really. But you see, I've used it plenty. It's seen the fire too, hasn't it? Alright, so I'm going to start moving my eggs around, scrambling. It did work to make it non-stick for these eggs, didn't it, so far? These don't have to be really well done, because we are going to put them back in our rice here in just a little bit. So let's put them in here. I don't want to spill any, even though we're outside. I love cooking outside. Doesn't make it, or your messes, it doesn't matter, and it cleans up so much easier outside, doesn't it? Plus it tastes better outside to me, does it, y'all? I know, right? Okay, guys, so I'm going to set my egg to the side. And again, we're going to get some more oil. I'm going to swirl it around a couple more times, just like that. And now I'm going to start cooking about a half a cup of my onion. Get that all in there, no waste. And I'm going to put about 1 or 2 teaspoons of ginger, okay? Y'all see that? I don't measure out here, so I just want you to be able to see. And then 1 or 2 teaspoons of garlic, and I'm putting about 2, guys. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, it already smells like you walked into an hibachi grill right now. That's all you needed right there. Now, to that, I like to add right now some of my green onions. Just a handful like that, because I like the flavor of some cooked down and then some fresh on the top to serve. So I will split mine up like that, guys. I'm just going to cook these for about a minute or so. Let everything get a little translucent looking. Also to this, I want to add my peas and carrots. I bought them together, but your carrots still have a little bit of a bite. Your peas you could wait and toss in at the very end, but I want those carrots to get a little done for me. So I'm going to put them right in here. Also, into here, I'm going to put some of this toasted sesame oil. And I want you to know, this oil is extremely potent. It's very good, but just 1 or 2 teaspoons is going to totally permeate the entire dish of rice. Did you see? I just barely put any in there, okay? So that's what I want you to do. Just remember that. It tastes really good, but you can do too much real fast. Okay, it's been 1 or 2 minutes. I think that's a good start on everything. So now we're going to get back to our rice. You see how it's literally just falling like snow, okay? That's what you want it to be like, guys. And this was about 4 cups, so I'm just going to put about 2.5, okay? You can put it all. If you have somebody extra show up for supper, put it all. Yes, stick it all in there. Make it stretch. That's what this is about, isn't it? I think my oil level was pretty good in there, so I'm not going to add any more just yet. That's totally up to you, just if you think you need to add a little more. And I'm going to get some pepper in there right now. I like my pepper to cook in stuff. They'll tell you pepper is not for finishing, it's for cooking in it. So we're going to do what they say. Do y'all know they? I know they too. They. I guess that's our ancestors, huh? I hope everyone's having a good weekend. I do. Ours has been farm work, but we like it. That's what John and I like. We'll keep frying on this for a few minutes. Okay, I see it's absorbed all the oil though right now. You see that? That's when you might put another teaspoon like that, okay? Let it get really hot. Looking good, isn't it, y'all? If you don't like green peas, you can put green beans or asparagus or broccoli. Corn can go in here. I know I was naming stuff earlier, but seriously, you make it your own. Whatever you have in your refrigerator that was left over during the week, veggie-wise. I'll talk to y'all for a minute while this is frying on up. For those of y'all that won't talk. If not, fast forward. But I've been working in the chicken coop this morning, cleaning out all the nests and giving them fresh wood shavings, and I'll rake out a lot of their waste in there and just doing some cleaning up. Washed all their waterers and got them filled back up with fresh water and just doing some farm chores. And John, he's cleaning in our pasture behind us. Y'all might hear him banging around a bit back there. He's somewhere, his truck, and we had cut down some trees, opening up more of our pasture, and they've been piled up down there. So he's been needing to get them moved. The chickens are going to be so upset they've been hiding out in it, but honestly, snakes hide out in that too. Then they'll get in our coop, so they'll get past it. They'll get over it. They can thank Daddy later that a snake didn't come up in their coop. My little chickens have started laying, and they'll lay little tiny green eggs, and they're so cute. So cute. I'll have to show y'all one day. Really soon. Okay, y'all. Just that quickly. It's fried. Doesn't that look pretty? So good. If you want it to be yellowy like you see in the restaurants, you can put about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of turmeric in there, and turmeric's very good for us. It will add beautiful color. We will do that next time just to show y'all. I want to show y'all, this is what you'll get told to do. Some of the old timers, this is how they make that fried rice. When you get ready to add your soy sauce, you can use light soy. This is dark soy. And light, you can also use less sodium soy if you're trying to watch your salt intake, okay guys? But the reason why I spread this out, I'm going to put my soy right down in the middle because it really needs to heat up, okay? You see it? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that gorgeous? And that's changing its flavor. It's almost caramelizing it even more, just almost a bit charred like, and it changes the flavor, and that's what they will tell you to do. And that was 1 or 2 tablespoons. That's going to be totally up to you and your liking. So anyway, I wanted to show y'all how to do that soy. I hope y'all can hear it sizzling. Sounds so good, doesn't it? I wish you could smell it. I sure do. Y'all see it? Ugh, I wish you could smell it. Okay, y'all. We've got to put that back in there. Yes, we do. Now you see why I didn't just overcook those eggs, because they're about to cook in here big time. And this will be the time that you would put your chopped up piece of barbecue pork, or your chopped up pork chop you made earlier in the week, or some shrimp. Maybe you made a shrimp dish and you had just a few shrimp left. You could chop them in smaller pieces and add shrimp here. You can do any type of protein you want to put in here, honestly. Looking beautiful, isn't it? Alright, I'm just sitting here having too much fun now, aren't I? I know it. Okay, y'all, this is how I will serve it up to John and me. And you can eat it just right now. You can make a meal out of this yourself, can't you? Yes. I'm going to dip us some up. Yum. And range y'all back up here. Again, you can sprinkle some green onion on top like I just did with y'all. Here, I'll do it. You can sprinkle a few more green onion tops, and I'll stick to the green part of the green onion. Maybe another little dash of soy, because that is not charred like we just did, you know, so it's a whole different flavor. Y'all know I love those two different flavors. And if you want to get a little spicy with it, you could put some sriracha on there. Yum. Let me get a little closer, y'all. Let's take a bite. My son, John Tyler, he used to eat with these every night. I don't care if I cooked chicken nuggets, he ate with these. He was such a, he loves anything international, anywhere you go, and he would eat with these all the time. He was so silly. He was such a silly thing. Yes, he was. I don't know where he gets that from. What y'all think? I see now why Chinese people are much skinnier than this pudgy American girl, because a spoon would sure put more in my mouth, wouldn't it? Y'all ready? Does it look good? Yes. Oh, it fell off. Give me another minute. You may tell you the honest truth. This is way better than in a restaurant. Scout's Honor. Way better. Ooh, that sriracha's good. It is. Sean will like that too. Okay, guys. I'm going to sit here and eat and eat and eat. Thank y'all for coming out here with me today and getting this done. And if you want to stay around, we're going to let John cook us a couple of steaks to go with this. Tell us what you're doing.
I'm going to put a little rub on these steaks.
What is that? Is that Creole seasoning I homemade?
Yes, it is. My wife's homemade recipe. Come on.
There you go.
Come on.
And that has no salt in it, so I got to go grab the salt. I'll move this stuff out of the way. That's from our fried rice that we did. Ooh, that looks good, baby.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Is it going to be good?
It is. It's going to be good.
Okay. And what are you doing over here? You're heating this griddle up? Oh, I see it smoking.
I'm going to get that grill good and hot.
Y'all see it smoking? It is hot. And now I brought out olive oil and butter. And I bought these. Now at the grocery stores, you can find some fabulous things. This was at Brookshire's, but I'm telling you, I see them everywhere I go. Cut up peppers and onions, and then I got this because it's got peppers, onions, and it's got mushrooms and squash. And we need to go get some salt, baby. We'll be back. We're going to go get salt, okay?
Yeah, we got to have a little salt.
You putting that Cajun seasoning on both sides?
Both sides, yep.
Okay.
All right. I will take that and I'm going to go grab the salt. And we'll be back, darling.
Okay.
All right, guys, we got to find some salt. Here's some salt.
I'm fixing to put a little butter on there.
Put a little butter. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of steaks are those?
Ribeye.
Ribeyes.
Ribeye.
Very good. And you put that Frito seasoning. Man, I can smell it already. It smells fantastic.
It does. It smells great. Smells great. Yeah.
You put a little butter on there
Put a
first?
little butter on there.
Okay. And there's our fried
Yeah,
rice.
that's going to be great.
Is that going to be great?
Yes, it is.
When you get through with those steaks, I want to cook these peppers and mushrooms and stuff if you don't
I
mind.
don't mind a bit.
You want me to wash your plate off for you, baby?
Pretty please.
Okay, will do. Ooh, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get in on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yum.
I started to be crazy and just get something like a deviled egg plate just to be crazy, but no. I need to hurry up and get back out there.
You didn't want to be crazy?
I can see.
You did need to hurry up and get back out here. Because these are like
They right there.
D-U-N.
They right there. Yes.
D-U-N done.
They done. They done.
D-U-N. Yum. Eat our steak and our fried rice and our washed zucchini and our peppers. Yum!